thinman06, bringing you some gameplay from Madden 20. Today we're going to continue with my connected franchise mode. I didn't post any videos from the first 3 preseason games, but as you can see, my record in preseason is 1 and 2. Very close games, matter of fact, that I felt like I should have won, but it's all good. But I did win last week's game against the Texans, so I'm glad about that. And we won and I want to end the preseason on a good note, at least get to 2 and 2. And as you can see, that we're going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who is undefeated. Yeah, they are undefeated in preseason, so they are very good. They are very good. So before we get started, let's just look at the team we're facing, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's look at their rosters. What at their roster? Let's see. Alright, there go my roster, which I'm gonna get to in a few minutes, but let's go to the Buccaneers roster right quick. Alright, at their quarterback, they got Jameis Winston, who is at 76. And his backup is Blaine Gabbert, who is 61. So there's all your 2 quarterbacks going to the last week of the preseason. Their running backs, I don't know who that is. Austin Eckler and Peyton Barber. They okay running backs. And then you got Ronald Jones II, so they okay running backs. So then their fullback is Shane Smith, and of course his backup would be Peyton Barber, and then a tight end Jordan Legit. That's just. And then you got your wide receivers. Your best wide receiver, their best wide receiver that they got on their team is Mike Evans. And then Chris Godwin is the next, and the other ones are suspects. Their tight end, they got O.J. Howard, who I really like, and then of course Jordan Legit, and then someone that got Anthony Uclair. So, dang, their offensive line is heart garbage. I thought they had at least a decent line, but their line is garbage. Their best lineman so far is Ali Marpet and Ryan Jensen. Well, other than that, Earl Wafford, 64. Oh yeah, and then DeMar Darson. So their right guard's not that good, and I think their left tackle is not that good either. So they had like 2, maybe 3 good off linemen, and the rest is their front defensive tackle. I mean, the front defensive line is not that good. William Golston, 70. Okay, Numpkin soon. He's like the best out of that bunch. And then Vita Vey, he's coming off his 2nd year. Will come off his rookie year. This is his 2nd year. I don't know how they got to be 3-0 the preseason. Then their left linebacker Kyle Nassib, and then the rest, then his backups is not that good. They garbage. Then Levante David is their highest linebacker quarter they got, and he's a 90, and his backup is alright. Devin White, he's the rookie that they drafted this year in this past April NFL draft. And they got Shaquille Barrett, he's good, and his backup is Noah Spence, who is not bad. And the cornerbacks, they a little suspect. They're DBs and then they're free safeties, and yeah, I don't know how they got undefeated. They don't know how that happened. So that's Tampa Bay Buccaneer roster, and again, I don't know how they get to be 3-0. We get the, and we are better than them. We got the better team. We got the best team between the two of us, and this is our roster. This is the Cowboys roster. Our quarterback is Dak Prescott, of course. Now, it was Mike White and Cooper Rush, but Mike White was struggling in the first couple of games of preseason. So I gave him the boot and picked up Brock Osweiler. So hopefully, he do something in this preseason. So we go to our next position, which is our running back core. With it, we are stacked at running back. We got Ezekiel Elliott, of course, then Alfred Morris, then Tony Pollard, and then Mike Weber. So they can be some good running backs in the coming season. Just give him a couple of more years, and then Tony Pollard can be a beast. Then our wide receiver core is, of course, Amari Cooper, then Randall Cobb, who picked up from Green Bay, who we had trouble against in the past. Our defense, that is. Then we got Michael Gallup, who had a breakout rookie season a year ago, who I think is going to be something in this league in the coming years. Then we got Tavon Austin, and then Noah Brown, and then Cedric Wilson. And then, oh yeah, we got my boy Jason Witten back, coming out of retirement from the Monday Night Football booth. So I'm glad that we have him back. Then we got Blake Jarwin, and then we got Dalton Schultz. And then our opposite line is not bad till you get to our backups. Our left tackle, Tyron Smith. Then our left guard, Connor Williams. And well, his backups is kind of garbage. And then our center is Travis Frederick. And then Joe Looney. Then you go to our right guard, Zach Martin, and his backups is Connor McGovern and Cody Richmond. Then our right tackle is Laurel Collins, and well, he didn't really get no backup. Then our front defensive line, D-Law, DeMarcus Lawrence, he should be weighted higher. But we got Robert Quinn, who we picked up for the Miami Dolphins. And then for our right end, we got Tyrone Crawford, and then Randy Gregory. I'm surprised he's still up here, but he's still back up. But he's up here. I'm glad though. And then we got our middle linebacker, or our linebacker core, Nathan Van Der Esch, and someone the guy don't know, Cal Curio. And then got my boy Jalen Smith, and then Joe Thomas, and of course, yes. And then our right linebacker is Sean Lee, Chris Covington, and oh yeah, and that dude again, Cal Curio. Then our secondary, we got Byron Jones, Chidubi Aruzier, I think that's how you say his name, Anthony Brown, and then the guy I created. He's a custom player that I created, Ezekiel Waters. Um, Give me a second. Yeah, I created Ezekiel Waters, and the reason I started him off at 77 because that would be like cheating if I would start him off like a 99. That won't be right. So I'm trying to build him up. So I gave him a fair rating at the 77. So Jordan Lewis, of course, is our last cornerback. Then we move on to our last DBs, which is Xavier Woods and Darian Thompson. And then our strong safety is George Aloka, who we picked up in the offseason, free agent. And then Jeff Heath and Kavion Frazier. And then of course our kicker is Brett Mayer, and Chris Jones is our punter. So we got a good roster for this Cowboys team, so we shouldn't have any problem heading to the regular season. Now again, compared to our team and the Buccaneers team, we should win this last game. We should have no problem winning this last preseason game. Now, as you can see, they telling me to cut 4 players. So the question is, who am I going to cut? Is it going to be Cooper Rush? It's decisions. So I might cut this guy, Cody Richmond, because there's no use to having him. Then Tristan McLeod. Then I'm gonna cut. I need 2 more players. I need cuts. I might end up cutting 2 receivers. Just be on the safe side. Give me a second here. Actually, I might cut one of our running backs because we pretty much set at our running back position. Mike Weber, I might move him to the practice squad along with Mike White, who I released earlier. So let me go ahead and cut him. Wait a minute, at least I thought I moved him to the practice squad. And then you know, I might release Taco Charlton. Cause I thought he was gonna be somebody, but no, I don't know. What I might do, I might sign him to the practice squad, release him, then sign him to the practice squad. Alright, so there goes our 53-man roster. Looks pretty good. So now we're about to go to our weekly training. Now, as you see, we got a little sneak preview of our opponent. Mike Evans is the top threat. He their offense is a 77 overall. Their passing is not that good, but their rushing yards are pretty good. They're in the top 10, so that's pretty good for their rushing game. For their passing, they run like 14%. Portland, then stick 14%, and also slant 14%. So according to their passing, they run a lot of Portland, where that is in the stick and the slants. For their running scheme, they do a lot of inside runs, so we got to learn how to stop that, which we will. On their defense, for their defense, on their defensive side of the ball, their defense is garbage. They are at 75 overall. Their sacks is 17, so we don't have to worry about that. And they're 20 when it comes to interceptions. And their top threat is Levante David. So how in the world is they undefeated? Honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. And they run a 3-4 under scheme. Excuse me. So they run a lot of cover 2, cover 3, cover 1. A little bit of zone blitz, so we don't have to worry about the blitzing. We're doing not much. A little bit, they run a little bit of the cover 2 man. They barely run a man blitz. They run a cover 6. They barely run a cover 6. They 2%, and then they don't do any cover 4. Okay. So we're gonna start this training. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission, coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top. Well, and I will have more videos of this coming up soon, so stay tuned. Alright, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it. Alright, so the drill we're gonna run in practice today is the Mills basics. And they say that the Mills concept creates a 2-on-1 matchup against a defensive key, forcing him to choose which receiver to cover. It is very effective against a cover 4 defense. Notice the defender key on the play. He is usually the free or strong safety. If the defensive key covers the underneath dig route, throw the primary receiver running the post. So I got to throw to the circle button. As the coverage takes away the post route, look to throw to the underneath dig route. Okay, so we get a 4 out of 4, so that's good. So now we're about to do the drill itself. Oh man, I held the ball too long. Let's try this again. I don't like how this is going so far, so I'm gonna restart it. Alright, there we go.
You have got one more opportunity. Let's go for gold.
Perfect.
Hey man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today.
Perfect.
You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
Okay, so now we're about to do the drill for the defense. It says cover 2 is its own defense with 5 different defenders playing zone coverage underneath. Add 2 zone safeties playing deep. During the stick concept, the innermost receiver runs the stick routes and the next receiver outside runs a flat or quick out. Covered it, okay. Cover 2 is also good against. Oh, hold on. Cover 2 is also good against is the curl flats concept. The highlighted linebacker and cornerback hold off the curl route, while the cornerback can also come down to cover the flat. Cover the target receiving threat as indicated by the coverage link and prevent the first down. Okay. The Mills concept has an inside receiver who runs a dig while the outside receiver runs a deep post route. Cover 2 defends the Mills concept well with the linebacker covering the middle of the field and the 2 deep safeties in good position to take away the post route. Okay, now we're about to do the drill. All right, let's go.
Hey, big fella, swing over here. Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Okay, so that's our practice for today. We're about to go to the game itself. Now, I'm not going to be talking during the game. I'm just going to play, and then afterwards you will hear my comments afterwards. So before we get into that, let's look who we can upgrade. Darian Thompson, okay. Okay, so we are ready to play the game against Tampa. So I will talk to y'all after the game. In the meantime, enjoy.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the fifth-year quarterback, Jameis Winston, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they take on Dak Prescott and the defending NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, they've got right around 100,000 packed in here like sardines at AT&T Stadium. And with the roof closed and the bottled waters flowing, figures to be a loud and raucous atmosphere in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
No question at all about his talent, and that's been on display since his first game as a starter at Florida State. On a Monday night, the whole country watching, he only missed 2 passes in the entire game and led his team to a big victory and later a national championship as a freshman.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Here's Austin. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here are the Cowboys under head coach Jason Garrett as they get set for their first opportunity. They'll be led out by the Mississippi State man, now in his 4th season in the National Football League, Dak Prescott. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And the offensive starters for Dallas.
And we take a long look at Ezekiel Elliott, who led the league in rushing 2 out of the last 3 years. Certainly built to handle a huge workload. He led the league in total touches a season ago.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The starting 11 defensively for Tampa Bay.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Prescott on first down. Now he's forced out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Here we go. 49, check 49, check 49. He's crashing.
1st down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. Using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions. And you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year. But he's really on the uptick.
Mike 45. Rip right.
On 1st down, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now the defense for Dallas.
Sean Lee is a linebacker with an exciting mix of tackling ability and coverage skills.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10.
All day, every day.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morris. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Strip that ball.
Here's Morris. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Play action. Now Osweiler. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown, 36 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all the spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The throw over the middle, taken in. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play fake, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Jameis again. He's got Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Get ready.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's a handoff to begin the drive to Morris. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On 2nd down now, it's Morris. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 50, plant. Check. Rock it. Get wide.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Devin White brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. They'll run the draw with Barber. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Check 52.
Austin's got it left side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Morris. Noah Spence in on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Osweiler now off the bootleg. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They go play action now. Osweiler. And Wilson has it. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. Dump the blitz, we're able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 16, Osweiler. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
All day, baby. All day. We coming all day.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
Get it. From the shotgun, Osweiler looking for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 7, Gabbert. That's into the hands of the tight end, Leggett. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
70.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Gabbert. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Justin Watson there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Justin Watson, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And it's time now for a player spotlight, and we key in on Brock Osweiler. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
Well, he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Outright completes it to Jarwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Osweiler. This one to Jarwin over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing again, Osweiler. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason, as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of football to get through before we say goodbye to the 2019 preseason.
Okay, YouTube, I'm sorry I had to cut the video short because I got to go and help with dinner. So I will be back later with the second half of this game. So far we up by 10. I think we received the ball in the second half. So I'll see y'all later. And again, if this is your first time viewing this video or first time on my channel, please subscribe. So again, sorry for the inconvenience, sorry if I had to cut the video short, but I will put the second half up later. So thank you, and have a good day.